I'm doing a PEST analysis for Thailand. A PEST analysis consists of the political, economic, social, and technology aspects of a country, which are important for a business to know as they go into a country. The first section of the PEST analysis is the political factors. Political factors consist of rules, regulations, constraints made by the government. The government structure in Thailand is one of the few countries that still functions under the monarchy system. Thailand has a monarchy. Thailand is a constitutional monarchy under which a form of government, the king, serves the people of Thailand as the head of state under the terms of the Constitution of Thailand. There are also three branches in the government, which consist of the executive branch, the legislative branch, and the constitutional courts. Other political factors consist of the corporate income tax, which has continued to drop over the years. It was 30% in 2011, 23% in 2012, and finally a low of 20% in 2013. Labor laws in Thailand, one of them consists of the Labor Protection Act, which sets up certain guidelines about termination of employment for employees and how that needs to be done. Also, the labor laws in Thailand do not have a required age for employees. Also, the trade regulations consist of two different sections, the import licensing and export controls. For import licensing, there are currently 45 classes of controlled goods that are being regulated for importation. For export controls, Thailand's chief exports are rice, sugar, corn, and other agricultural products. Certain items, specifically food staples, such as rice and sugar, are reserved by law to ensure that the domestic needs are met before they're exported. And also, 75% of the country's GDP is drawn from exports. Also, for tariffs, Thailand's average tariff rate is 5%. There's two different sections. There's the customs tariffs, which covers about 2,000 items, as well as the export tariffs, which is imposed upon only a few items such as rice, rawhide, rubber, wood, raw silk, iron scrap, and powdered fish. The next factor consists of the economic factors. Economic factors cover purchasing power as well as economic stability. Right here we have the GDP of Thailand in the table. The Thailand GDP has an average rate of 9.75% in 1993 until 2013. And we also have more statistics about different things about GDP. Also, unemployment rate in Thailand is 0.05%, but the Thailand unemployment rate is expected to increase to 1% or more this year because of the increase in minimum daily wage of 300 baht. Also, there's inflation in Thailand of current inflation that's at 3%, but the Bank of Thailand projects an inflation average rate of 2.4% in the year of 2014. Also, in Consumer Price Index, it is currently 1.06694 index points, and the average Consumer Price Index is 61.4 index points from 1976 until 2014. Also, we have the FDI, which is foreign direct investment. The foreign direct investment inflows consist of $8.6 billion. The FDI outflows consist of 2.9% of the GDP in 2012. And on the right, we have a table for the exchange rates in Thailand. The Thai baht is 32.28 currently, but it has averaged 32.58 from 1991 until 2014. Another factor of the PEST analysis is the social factors, which consist of population, religion, and age distribution. For population, we have a current estimated population of 67.8 million people. At the end of 2013, the estimated population was 67.1 million people. But the current population rate actually puts Thailand ranked as the 20th highest population in the world. Next, we have a chart for the age distribution. Age distribution, as you can see, is showing that there is a very high population that are able to work. This can be a really good thing depending on the business that wants to be started, but also could be an issue because if there's a large number of people who are able to work and not enough work, this could cause unrest from the lack of jobs. Finally, the income per capita category for Thailand is upper middle income, and the GNI per capita is $5,210. Next, we have different cultural aspects that fall under the social factors, such as religion. Buddhism is the official religion of Thailand, but Islam, Christianity, and Hinduism are also major religions. This is good because Buddhism is fairly open to other religions, which could be beneficial for incoming businesses from different backgrounds. Different attitudes towards work for the Thai people. They have a very strong work ethic. They will get the job done as soon as you ask them to do it. They also do not initiate change, but they do adapt well to change, which is helpful, again, just bringing in new ideas. They'll work with it, but they will not initiate it. And also safety in Thailand. Thailand does not have as high a standard of safety as Western countries do, but they are making improvements, like the Bangkok Post reported on. The Land Transport Department is enforcing regulations on their double-decker buses to make it more safe. And finally, the social media in Thailand. Social media is on the rise, and it is said that Thailand is one of the hottest playgrounds for social networking platforms. As we can see that there's 95 million mobile phones out of a population of, again, 67 million people. In Bangkok, they count 13.6 million Facebook users, and then Tech Asia reports that through 2013 there were more than 1.7 billion tweets in the Thai language, and that was out of 1.73 million users. The final section of the PEST analysis are the technology factors. Technology factors consist of education, private property protection, and technology readiness. The first, it is important for business to know about technology improvements because they are the driving factors of the business in improving quality and reducing time of market to getting products and services in the market. The first section we'll look at is education in the technology factors. Education was ranked low, actually was ranked the lowest out of the ASEAN countries, which there's 8 different countries in the Asian area that fall under the ASEAN countries, and it was ranked the bottom of that. With this in mind, they've started to call for reform in the education system because it is extremely militarized, because they want to see more freedom, creativity, critical thinking coming from the school system. But they do have a high participation rate of students from both males and females students, which is very good. Also, protection rights or property protection rights are fairly low, but there are a few good ones. In the International Property Rights Index ranked 71 out of 130. The physical property rights ranked 38th out of 130, which is very good. And the intellectual property rights ranked 95 out of 130, and the intellectual property rights protection ranked 89 out of 130. Again, overall, their property rights are fairly poor and not very good. When it comes to technology readiness, such as research development, Bangkok says that the National Science and Technology Development Agency expects an increase investment of private sectors in research development by twice the amount in 3 years that it currently is. They also are doing certain things to make this increase happen, like an online expense certification service to help businesses to qualify for a 200% research and development tax deduction, or to increase the research and development in their country. But again, because there's poor property rights in Thailand, innovation is not as successful as it could be. And in light of the PEST analysis, there are also different current events that affect a business and what they do that is very important for a business to know in order to do the best they can in the country that they're functioning. Currently, there's been a lot of political unrest in Thailand. There has been a lot of protests against the government and the people being unhappy about the corruption within the government. The Global and Mail reports that the political unrest and instability has put a cloud on the investment market and has caused foreign investors to withdraw. Interest cuts are being implemented, and a decrease in tourism, which is definitely hurting their economy. On April 11th, the Business Standard voiced its concerns, the concerns of the U.S. about the closing of polls and the continued political unrest. And the reason is during the spring there was also elections going on, and so because of the political unrest and the riots and protests, they were having to shut down the polls where voting was being taken about who to elect and put into position. So we have just completed the PEST analysis, which again is important for business, especially going into Thailand, to know the different factors in order to make a good investment. I have taken several of my sources from online, which are cited right here. So I hope that you have enjoyed. Thank you.